You need to tell the truth. You do not need to be skirting around it, trying to smile and do all that stuff. Because, yeah, I can be a really cool judge, but I can also be your worst nightmare.
Hopefully the court has now received a copy of the plea sheet and the advice.
I do. The plea sheet indicates that she is going to be pleaded guilty to 2 counts: refusal to obey a traffic order and false identification to a police officer. Upon her successful plea to those counts 2 and 3, both of those 90-day misdemeanors, count 1 would then be dismissed. That is the court's full understanding of duty.
It is a complete agreement, Your Honor.
That's correct, Your Honor.
Right from the start, the judge makes one thing very clear: this courtroom is not a place for games. He warns the defendant to stop smiling, stop avoiding answers, and start telling the truth. There's an immediate power shift here. The judge calmly explains that while he can be fair and understanding, he can also be extremely strict if dishonesty enters the room. This opening moment establishes the emotional stakes: one wrong move, and things can go very badly.
All right, very good. Okay, let's see if we can do this time. Anybody else you need to talk to?
Nope.
No? All right. Raise your right hand and say verse 4.
You solemnly swear and affirm the testimony you're about to give will be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God.
Yes.
State your name.
Tamara Haskell.
Okay, you can put your hand down. Ma'am, it is this court's understanding that you're going to plead guilty to 2 charges. The first charge is the added count 2 of refusal to obey a traffic order. That's a misdemeanor, punishable by up to 90 days and or a $100 fine plus court costs. You understand that?
Yes.
The other is false identification to a police officer. That is also a misdemeanor, punishable by up to 90 days, $100 fine plus court costs. You understand that?
Yes.
You understand also that while I'm taking your plea, I would not be your sentencing judge, and you would be sentenced before Judge Washington in the 14B district court.
Yes.
Okay. Now, understanding all of that, do you still wish to plead guilty?
As the hearing moves forward, the court confirms that the defendant will plead guilty to 2 misdemeanor charges: refusing to obey a traffic order and giving false identification to a police officer. Each charge carries potential jail time and fines. The judge carefully explains her rights and makes sure she understands that by pleading guilty, she's giving up a trial and her right to appeal. This moment is calm on the surface, but serious underneath. This is where legal consequences become real.
Yes.
To the charge of refusal to obey a traffic order, how do you plead?
Guilty.
To the charge of false ID to a police officer, how do you plead?
Guilty.
Now, you understand that by pleading guilty, you'll not have a trial of any kind.
Yes.
You signed an advice of rights form, is that correct?
Yes.
Any question about those rights? No? Look at paragraph 5. You'll see a copy on the podium. Those are your rights which are part of a trial. You understand that by pleading guilty, you'll be giving up those rights as well as all the rights on that form.
Yes.
You understand you're giving up your right to appeal of right.
Yes.
Are you on probation or parole?
No.
Has anybody promised you anything other than what's been stated here today on the record to get you to plead?
No.
Anybody threaten you or coerce you?
No.
You're doing this voluntarily?
Yes.
Of your own free will?
Yes.
Because you believe that you're guilty of these offenses?
Yes.
July 12th. What'd you say? What'd you say?
You were actually a cool judge. Like you scared me when you said somebody else gonna be my judge.
I scared you?
Yeah.
Why?
I don't know these people.
She said you scared her when you told her someone else might be her judge.
Really?
Yeah, she wanted you.
Yeah.
Why me?
Yeah, you cool.
I am?
Cool. Yeah.
I gotta stop that. Well, let me just tell you.
Unexpectedly, the mood shifts. The defendant admits she was scared, especially when she heard another judge might sentence her. She openly tells the court that she thinks this judge is cool, even saying he changed her entire perception of court. The judge responds politely but reminds her that fairness matters more than likability. This exchange feels almost lighthearted, but it also hints at a deeper issue. The defendant may not fully grasp how serious her situation is.
I have great respect for my colleagues. My colleague, Judge Washington, she's a cool judge.
Okay.
She's all right. Not as nice as I am, but.
You not
Okay,
all-
no,
you
go
not
ahead.
all grumpy and mad. Like
What?
You, let us, you not all grumpy and mad. You would let us talk. You know, you let us say. I never seen a judge like that. Like I don't know. And I watch a lot of movies, so it'd be like. it's,
Oh,
Change her whole perception of
so you think I ought to be grumpy?
yeah, basically changed my whole perception of court.
You-
That's
I changed your perception of court?
yeah.
Oh.
But I'll never be back.
No. All right. Maybe not on purpose. Something tells me you're gonna be back. No.
No.
All right. Well, thank you. Thank you for those kind words. I do appreciate it. It doesn't fall on deaf ears. All right, young lady. I don't know, how far did we get? All the way through? You're doing this voluntarily and of your own free will?
Yes.
And also because you believe that you're guilty?
Yes.
All right. On July 23rd, 2024, at the location of North Ford Boulevard and East Michigan Avenue in Ypsilanti Township, Washington County, State of Michigan. What'd you do on that date that makes you think that you're guilty?
The judge pulls the courtroom back on track and asks the most important question: what did you actually do that makes you guilty? The defendant admits she gave the police officer a false name. That confession is clear and direct. But when the discussion shifts to the seatbelt and traffic order charge, confusion immediately sets in. The stories begin to clash, and the judge starts pressing for clarity.
The officer asked me what's my name, and I didn't give him my real identity because I didn't give him my real identity.
All right. And were you driving?
No.
Okay. How am I getting to the other charge?
Of the failure to wear a seatbelt, Your Honor. She did not lawfully comply with the order of the officer to put her seatbelt on.
Oh, who told her to put a seatbelt on?
The police officer, Your Honor.
Oh, so when they were leaving.
I think that's how you can get there, Your Honor.
Pardon?
I think that's how you can get there. What do you think? No?
So when they were leaving, she was told to put her seatbelt on and she refused to put her seatbelt on.
Correct, Your Honor. Won't happen again, Judge.
That didn't happen. It didn't happen. He came to the car. He said, "You don't have on the seatbelt." So I put the seatbelt on, and he said, "That's not the right way." So as I was trying to take it off, he said, "Oh, what's your name?" So it was like, and I'm not from Ypsilanti. I came to Ypsilanti because my sister is here. A lot of stuff happened in my life. So it was just crazy. Like I was on my way to work, literally on my way to work. And my boss was driving. He had license and everything, so they couldn't mess with him.
I think he's just trying to figure out how he.
Well, it's interesting to hear all that.
Because I don't really know what this, because it's like the officer came to the car.
Here's where the tension rises. The prosecution explains that the defendant refused to obey an officer's order to properly wear a seatbelt. The defendant pushes back, saying she tried to comply but was corrected and then questioned. She describes stress, unfamiliar surroundings, and being on her way to work. Emotion enters the room, but emotion doesn't replace facts. The judge listens, but his patience is clearly being tested.
One officer at my boss window, it was the officer at my window, and he like, "Oh, you don't got a seatbelt," so I put the seatbelt on. But you know how I put it on, he said that was the wrong way, so he told me to click it in, like take it off and click it in, and I put the seatbelt on, and he asked me for my name, but I didn't give him my real name, and that's how I ended up in a police car, because he said I couldn't leave until he gave my real name. And I gave him, that's when I just said, okay, my real name is Tamara F.
Or perhaps the court might take the plea to the higher charge.
What was the resisting?
After the defendant was arrested, she did not obey lawful orders to get into the car.
Why was she arrested?
Can we approach?
Well, right after I get my question answered.
Yes.
Why was
So-
she arrested?
The My understanding is that she was arrested after she refused to identify herself and had warrants. The report says multiple warrants.
Okay,
I believe she was arrested for giving a false ID to the police officers just while having active warrants.
Yes,
They were trying to take her into custody for, Your Honor.
correct.
and there was something that happened when she was trying to be taken into custody?
She refused to get into the car, is my understanding, Your Honor.
Yes, the police vehicle.
Is that what happened, young lady?
Nope.
The courtroom tone shifts sharply when warrants are mentioned. The judge learns that the defendant had multiple active warrants at the time of the stop. This explains why the situation escalated so quickly. According to the report, after giving a false name, she was arrested and refused to get into the police vehicle. The defendant says she didn't want to fight or argue, but the official report tells a different story.
But it's like I can't really fight. I don't want to fight with the police. I don't want to argue with the police. I don't want to.
That's what the report indicates, Your Honor.
And
Well,
yeah,
yeah.
that's what the report says. So it's like I don't want to fight. I don't know how Washington or come. I don't know.
Well, don't come up in here insulting my county. But I'm just trying to figure out. Certainly I can take the plea to the higher charge. I'm just trying to figure out what she did that would constitute the higher charge.
I believe giving a false ID would be the obstructing a police officer in his lawful duties, Your Honor.
She also, when the police pulled the vehicle over, she was passenger and the seatbelt was buckled, but she was not between the seat, it was buckled behind her. That's how the seatbelt piece of it came to be.
Okay, that's just stupidity. I don't know that that's a crime.
Glad to pass it, Your Honor.
Pardon?
Glad to pass it or adjourn it, Your Honor.
Okay, look, I don't mind, and let me just make it clear. Somebody says something to me, she tells me that's not what happened. And she's the one that's got to give me the factual basis to it. I'm not hearing, and maybe it's me, but I'm not hearing anything that constitutes the resisting and obstructing to the higher charge to go to the lower charge. I get the false ID. I'm trying to figure out what else. And then
The judge openly questions whether the higher charge truly applies. He points out that stupidity is not the same as a crime, and he refuses to accept vague explanations. This is a powerful moment of judicial fairness. He isn't siding with either party, he's demanding clear facts. When he pauses the case, it's clear he wants the truth, not just a convenient plea deal.
I'll pass it. I'll call that up in the next block. You guys figure it out. Court to stand in recess.
I've spoken to my client, Judge. We've discussed the factual basis, and I think she prepared those facts on the record to facilitate the plea, Your Honor.
All right. I was satisfied as to I think count 3, the false ID, but what happened where you disobeyed a traffic order?
The officer asked me to get in the car and I didn't apply.
And you didn't what?
I didn't comply. So.
And it was a little bit more than that too, right?
What you told me, what we discussed.
The officer asked me to get in the car. I asked him, can I sit down? So I asked him, can I sit down and breathe? So I read my arrest.
You didn't follow his command.
Yeah, I didn't follow his command. I didn't follow the officer.
All right.
I can help if you need more, Judge. I can help if you need.
Please.
Thank you, Judge. At the time of this incident, there was an officer in full uniform, and that officer attempted to have you move towards his squad car. That's a yes?
Yes.
Okay. And that was an SUV?
Yes.
Oh, all right. It's a marked police SUV.
Yes.
And he told you at some point, he opened the door and he told you to get into the vehicle.
Yes.
And at that time, you told him no. Is that correct?
Yes.
and then his arm grabs your arm, and he tried to help you move towards that door, and you pulled back from that officer. Is that also correct?
Yes.
And so that officer was doing his lawful duties, trying to get you into the car to identify you, and you refused his lawful commands. Is that also correct?
Yes.
Thank you.
And Your Honor, for the record, Mr. Feaster's questioning alluded to it a little bit, but for the record, to clarify the timeline of events, the defendant was asked to identify herself, gave a false name with no return when the police tried to identify that name and find a record of it, was then arrested and was going to be placed in the back of the car until she could be identified, at which time the resisting happened, and then was later identified and was found to have warrants.
Got it.
After a break and clearer questioning, the full picture finally emerges. The defendant admits she refused to get into the police SUV when ordered. She also confirms pulling away from the officer when he tried to guide her. Step by step, she acknowledges disobeying lawful commands. The courtroom tension eases not because things improved, but because the truth is finally on the record.
And that's all accurate as well, isn't it?
Yes.
Is all of that correct?
Oh, yes.
How come you didn't tell me that the first time?
I didn't know how to explain all that. I mean, it was 8 o'clock in the morning. Honestly, I don't know.
You need to stop there. You know exactly what happened. Court's complied with the court rule. Court will accept the defendant's guilty plea to counts 2 and 3. Count 1 is dismissed. Pre-sentence investigation and report is ordered at 14A1 probation. Sentencing in this matter will be before me.
Yes, October 23rd at 9 a.m.
October 23rd, 2024, 9 a.m. Now, young lady, I'm going to tell you this. I called Judge Washington. I'm keeping this case. And I'm going to explain something to you about how I work, and Mr. Feaster will tell you. When you're asked a question, you need to tell the truth. You do not need to be skirting around it, trying to smile and do all that stuff. Because, yeah, I can be a really cool judge, but I can also be your worst nightmare. Especially if you lie to me. Look at me. You understand what I'm saying?
Yes. Can I say something though?
No.
Oh.
Just listen.
So between now and then, and when you talk to my probation department, I'd suggest that you understand how you should tell the truth. Because Ms. Polera, when you meet with her, if she thinks you're lying to her, I will know immediately.
The judge officially accepts the guilty pleas for counts 2 and 3 and dismisses count 1. Sentencing is scheduled, and probation is ordered, but the most powerful moment comes last. The judge keeps the case for himself and delivers a firm warning: tell the truth, always. He makes it clear lying to him or probation will lead to serious consequences. The defendant tries to speak, but the judge stops her. This court is done negotiating.
You do not want that to happen. Bond will continue.